I was on bail, going back and forth to court like it was a job. And this particular night, it was getting late and they were finishing for the day. And I was on the phone with a friend and I'm like, man, we're about to be finished. It's about to be the weekend. Man, I'll see y'all soon. Somebody came running down the hallway. And many of y'all youngsters may not remember, probably haven't even seen this, but they used to have payphones. I was sitting in the payphone booth. So somebody came running down the hallway, they got the verdict. And I was like, wow, hey, listen, they got the verdict. Man, I'm gonna see y'all soon. Knowing that the system was gonna work, knowing that they would see that we hadn't done this. So I go in, and of course, just like TV, they say, Foreman, have you found the verdict? And they say yes. And they tell us each, please stand. What say ye, Foreman? In the matter of Yusef, Salaam, Raymond Santana, Corey Wise, Antron McCrae, Kevin Richardson, how do you find? I think Antron or Raymond Santana went first. The first charge, he was found innocent. Man, the courtroom almost erupted. Quiet down. Order in the court. Second charge, guilty. The third charge, guilty. The fourth charge, guilty. Of course, we were wondering. Sat down. In the case of Yusef Salaam, how do you find? Same thing. First charge, innocent. Maybe I'll be the one to go home. In the second charge, how do you find? Guilty. 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 The word guilty had been echoed so many times in that courtroom, I lost count. They told us to stand, to put our hands behind our backs. And they placed handcuffs on us. And it was interesting because as I looked to my left, there was the courtroom reporter, a black woman. And she was crying. She was fighting back tears, but she was crying. She knew that this was an injustice. They led us to the back and we held on to each other. And then they told me I would be able to say something before the courts, before they sentence us. A few weeks later, I didn't know what I was going to say. I had written kind of like a skeleton of something and got back into the courtroom, and these people were giants. They were deciding what the trajectory of my next part of life would be. The narrative was that we were being charged as adults, even though we were children. And so we were being charged with crimes that garnered 3 1/3 to 10 for each of those crimes. So that means that I felt like we were facing at least 6 2/3 to 20 years. These giants were right there, and when it came my turn, they said, Yusef Salaam, do you have anything to say before we sentence you? I took a deep breath. I stood up, and they began to shrink. I started with the words of my hero, Malcolm X. I said, I'm not going to sit here at your table and watch you eat and call myself dinner. Sitting here at your table doesn't make me dinner, just like being here in America doesn't make me an American. Stress. Stress is the anger that is built up inside. Rage is the anger that is no longer built. Taking on a sucker that soon you have killed. American free will doesn't mean you can kill. And take another person's life, you live your life trite. I'm a skill builder, so on skills I do build. Creator giving knowledge to this wise black man, soon to enhance my words across the land. I'm a smooth type of fellow, cool, calm, and mellow. I'm kind of laid back, but now I'm speaking so that you know. I used and abused and even was put on the news, but I clues, some gave clues, selling not like fools. Now check it. Who did what and who did who in? Put in a situation that you don't know what to do in. Some brothers go wildin', we're not down with that. Who would have thought we had to lock in? I stand accused. Checking the scene from how the situation was. Instead of getting facts, the media made you blurred. Now the people don't know. All they see is the media. Never hear the blame because they're constantly deceiving us. The DA's wrong. This is a master plan. This case is not a case. It's just a crap and sham. Yo, instead of trying to get your name made, it's reconstructing the crime that really pays. Islam. La ilaha illallah, being supreme over Satan, but no man is Allah, Yusama, science dropper on the righteous paths. Yeah. I'll write that. Islam, La ilaha illallah, being supreme over Satan, but no man is Allah, Yasama, science dropper on the righteous path. So how the hell could I take a rapist path? Think about that and then think about this. Oh, my friends, it was me they dissed, they're dismissed. Because I don't really need any friends like that. Like when they really needed you, where were you at? I'm not dissing them all, but the ones that I called that wouldn't diss me. Like I was an inch small, like a rat, a mouse. Not even a man, wrongly accused, like the knife's in my hand. How does it look? Me clock, now I'm shook, but like Matlock, soon the accused gets off the hook. It's real when she remembers and says, damn, the cops did you win. I stand accused. Just before we lost trial, there was a young man who was murdered. And his name was Yusef. The juxtaposition on how they treated the people who they accused, allegedly, they put that language there, of killing him, was that they gave them bulletproof vests, bulletproof helmets, bulletproof everything. They were bulletproof down because they had the complexion for acceptance.